Hello everybody, this is Mr. Jones, don't break my bones. This is a quick message for, let me have a look at my list here, for Duncan, Juliet, Zayan, Amir, Riley, Abigail and Dan. Well, I'm sending you this little video to work on your blocking techniques, so that you can practice these at home, and when we do our online classes, if you take part in the online class, then you'll remember a little bit more about the blocks I'm talking about. Okay, so these are the first 4 blocks that you learn in Taekwondo. The first one is wedging block. The next one is rising block. The next one is low block, and the last one is middle block. Let me go through those 4 again, and I'm going to do it a bit slower. Wedging block, rising block, low block, middle block. Now, some of you can perform those blocks very, very well. You may even know all the things you need to know to do those blocks correctly. But let me talk about a few of the important things you must remember. Firstly, you need a breath control. Breath control is very, very silly if you just do it without doing a technique like a block or a punch or a kick. I know, it's very silly, isn't it? That's a breath control. You need to do it when you perform your block. For instance, when I do wedging block, I don't go like this. I must go like this. Okay? Make sure that you do that on all your blocks, and it's nice and strong and clear. The next thing is, all of the blocks, you have to cross your arms. So for wedging block, for rising block, for low block, and for middle block. And there are different ways that you cross your arms, as you can see. Maybe you can get the crosses exactly right already, but don't worry, I'll teach more about this in another video. Okay? One thing to remember though is that wedging block, you cross in front of your body, but for the other 3 blocks, you cross from the side of your body. Rising, low, middle. Okay? You will have to remember that for different blocks, the arms start in different positions. I will help you in another video with that. So, we know about the breath control, and we know about the crossing. Let's talk about another important thing, your reaction hand. Okay? The reaction hand is where you put your hand that isn't doing the block. For wedging block, both arms block. There's no reaction hand. Both arms are blocking. Okay? But for rising, low and middle block, you have a reaction hand. Here it is, at my hip. And middle block. Okay? Reaction hand usually goes to your hip. When you get more advanced in Taekwondo, you'll learn techniques where the reaction hand goes to different places. That's a reaction hand here for this technique, which is called an upset fingertip thrust. Okay, so we've learned about our breath control, we've learned about our arms crossing for our blocks, we've learned about our reaction hands. One more thing, okay? I promise the last thing that you can start to think about with your techniques. 2 of the techniques are full facing and 2 of the techniques are half facing. You slightly turn your body, okay? Wedging block is full facing, like this, okay? Rising block is full facing. Because wedging block is 2 attacks, there's no need to turn your body away either side. You deal with the 2 attacks with your arms, and that's the block. Rising block is an attack to the top of your head. I come around with my little grey tube in class, and because you're all smaller than me, I'm usually bopping you on the top of the head, so you do your rising block a lot. You don't need to turn your body away because your head stays in the same place. It doesn't matter to turn your body, so you just do your rising block. However, if you're attacked by something coming towards you, like a low kick, you turn your body away from that kick as you do the block. There's your low block. Or if someone's attacking towards your body here, you turn the body away from that attack and you perform your middle block. So, wedging block, breath control, cross in front, no reaction hand, and full facing. Rising block, cross your arms, breath control, reaction hand, don't turn your body, full facing. Low block, breath control, cross your arms, reaction hand, and turn your body. Middle block, breath control, cross your arms, reaction hand, and turn your body. Now, I have a little task for you if you've made it this far in the video. Can you tell me what is wrong with these versions of wedging, rising, low and middle block? Send your answers in a postcard to Brazil, or just a simple email will do. Okay, what's wrong with this wedging block? What's wrong with this rising block? What's wrong with this low block? What's wrong with this middle block? Okay, let me know, and I can then test if you understand what we've been talking about. The most important thing is, for the parents the most important thing is that the younger the child, the more basic elements of what I've just taught are taken on board. So for instance, for the wedging blocks, they don't have to remember all 4 different attributes of the technique. For instance, the breath control, remembering to cross their arms. They just need to make sure that when they practice that they are starting to think about one of those things and trying to put it into practice, and then to add another thing later on. For those that have been training longer, who would have made it further in the video, then they can obviously try out putting together all 4 components: breath control, the crossing, the reaction hand, and the facing. A final note for parents about the participation in the online classes: please do try to keep encouraging the children to attend. If they haven't attended before, they're more than welcome to start trying out the classes. It's difficult for younger children, their concentration levels when I'm not actually physically present with them may mean that you need to be supporting them throughout the lesson, and they may want to just take part in only a portion of the class. Anything that they can take part in, even if it's just for the fun of it rather than the learning, or for the social exercise of it, or for just giving them a routine and a structure, will help with the continuity of the club when we return. and your support is much appreciated. I understand it can be difficult to keep the motivation of the younger children going. That's my job in the class when they come, to help with that, to make them want to return, and of course I'm not there in the same way with them. So we keep trying. I think it's important that they continue as best they can, so if you could help me with that from your end, and any suggestions that you have for me, I'll gladly listen and take on board. So thanks everybody, thanks for listening, and a final thing, why, children, is Mr. Jones wearing sunglasses indoors? Because I am cool.